An update on the Catholic sex abuse scandal. Vatican officials are rejecting new evidence that Pope Benedict, as a cardinal, was aware of the charges against two priests and did nothing. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips is in London this morning with the latest on that. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jeff. Well, this is Holy Week, which is normally in the Catholic Church a time for penitence and contrition. This year, though, it's also been a time for the Church, under the cloud of the child abuse scandal, to fight back. The Pope has expressed himself in prayer.
Gloria in excelsis Dei.
The Church, though, has been more direct in its response to the stories being printed and broadcast of child abuse in its institutions. It's attacked the messenger. The American Cardinal William Levada, who replaced Pope Benedict as the Church's chief disciplinarian, issued a statement criticizing the New York Times for its reporting on how abuse by a priest at a Wisconsin school was reported to the Pope when he was a cardinal 14 years ago, but the then Cardinal Ratzinger's office chose to stop proceedings against the then dying priest, Father Lawrence Murphy. On the Vatican website, Cardinal Levada says the article and the editorial are deficient by any reasonable standards. Around the world, from Austria to the Netherlands to Italy to Wisconsin, local church bishops have been lining up to say the abuse problem is theirs, not the Vatican's.
The mistakes were made here in the Archdiocese of Milwaukee in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, by the church, by civil authorities, by church officials, and by bishops.
The Church is faced with making an argument that is very difficult, that it has changed from the bad old days, at the same time as evidence keeps coming out showing just how bad those old days were. Jeff?
CBS's Mark Phillips in London this morning. Mark, thank you.
A lot happens early on The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.